All right, so we have Richard's here. This is the style 1, so it's all smooth, which looks amazing. And then we have mine here, which is the style 2, which has a little dip in the middle. Again, mine is unpainted, so we'll be dropping it off at my painter hopefully a little later today. It looks amazing. So can't wait to see how it looks. I did kind of like pre-mount one just to look at how like it would look, and it looked amazing, honestly. All right, guys, we're trying the 3M approach. The instructions said to use 600 grit sandpaper and sand and use this. But gluing and then sanding your car's paint just doesn't sound too appealing to us.
To either one of us.
I think to a lot of people that sounds kind of intimidating. So we're gonna do the 3M, and Victor did warn us that it might not sit flush, but we think it'll be very minimal. So that's why we're attempting it with double-sided tape. And the good thing about double-sided tape is you can always take it off if you don't like it and not harm anything.
Nothing permanent yet.
Yeah, not yet.
All right, here we go. Tape out.
Now that's a really smart way of doing it. I haven't ever seen it done that way.
Make sure you keep it going.
I would have not ever thought about that. I would have took it all off and tried to stick it in one go. So that's actually really smart.
All right.
That way you can unstick it if you have to. So everybody, remember this little trick right here. Richard's teaching us something. Oh shit. R.I.P.
Except I forgot one side, y'all.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'll get that. When I get home, I'll dig it out of there. Ain't gonna be a big deal.
And this is Paint Match by Waido. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that name right. And you all see it actually.
I hope so. Sorry, Victor, if we didn't say that.
Yeah. It matches up perfectly to the paint, guys. Oh, now I feel like we almost need a bigger rear spoiler. Terra brakes. Oh yeah. Looks good though.
I think we're done.
Easy. 10-minute install, 15-minute.
So,
prepping everything.
to clarify, a little piece of red that didn't come off here. My fault. I left a little gap right in the center in case any water gets in there, it can drain out. So when I get back to my house with my tools, I'll just use a pick and pick the corner out here and pull that one out. It won't be a big deal.
Smart. Just in case any water happens to get in there, it drains out. It's smart, yeah. Because this almost looks like a water catch, like it could just catch.
Yeah, I figure water's going to go in and work its way in somewhere.
Somehow. Path of least resistance, like water always does. And that silver is like a damn mirror. It almost looks chrome right now in this Texas sun. So that's style 1, and we got version 2 here, unpainted. Fitment, 9 out of 10, we'd say. Got to trim up a little, maybe just a little bit.
Easily, yeah. Use a little bit of trimming.
About of 1/8 of an inch. That one's almost flush on that side, but it's not terrible. Yeah, it won't be much of a trim. So we'll send this off to Victor. Victor's probably going to see this first. So he'll know.
Yeah, maybe a little shorten up. Maybe a little heat gun and turn down these corners just a hair.
Yep.
But with my way too long experience with aftermarket parts, nothing
It's a perfect fit, yeah.
Very rarely do things fit perfectly. A little tweaking is to be expected on most things.
Yep, 9 out of 10 times with aftermarket parts.
Yeah, I would call this, I'd say this is 99% right out of the box.
It's pretty solid right out of the box, yeah. It looks good too, it does. Side profile is real aggressive. Oh yeah.
Yeah, looks good. Good job, Victor.
kind of a mock-up before it's painted. Got this one on. I do think I like this one better with the little indentation, but that smooth one's nice as well. And Richard's Explorer is stupid clean, but this gives the back end a nice little touch or something. And now I'm realizing I should have got a carbon fiber one. That would have been insane. Other than that, fitment is pretty much spot on. I think before I send this off to paint, I might go ahead and just trim just a little bit here, like on Richard's, and a little bit here, just to you know, try to make it as smooth and flush to the actual line. But I mean, it's not bad. You don't have to do it. It would fit perfectly with or without that. So again, that looks nice. We just used the double-sided tape, and everything came out really nice on Richard's. So I think that's gonna be the route for here. His instructions do ask to wet sand with a 600, and then from there use that. But that's just, I'm not comfortable with wet sanding my car, or even sanding it with 600 grit for that matter. Because double-sided tape, it might not get the flushest fitment, will get you a good fitment, and I don't think we'll have any issues with it. So we're gonna go ahead and just mark and kind of trim this up or sand it down just a smidge, make that a little bit more flat before we take it for paint. Okay guys, so I took it and I kind of sanded down each side, give it a little bit of a better gap. And again, I barely took any off, like barely. Sanded maybe each side for about 10-15 seconds. And it gives each side a way better gap. And in order to keep it in line, what I did is I marked a paint marker here to kind of know where everything sits. And again, you got a nice even gap on both sides. So this thing's ready. We're gonna untape it and take it to my paint guy and have him paint it. All right, guys, we got our mid spoiler back from my buddy. It is paint matched perfectly like always. Guy does beautiful work. So if you're in the Houston area and looking for some paint work, he does great work. He painted my Prelude back in the day. He paint matched my Focus front bumper for me. He's done a lot of work. Went to high school with his younger brother and him, but he was a couple grades above me, but cool guy. Anyway, we're gonna put it on. We're gonna get right to it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use 3M tape just like we used with Richards, and we're gonna get this thing on there. Get it on there, all taped up. Try to get some pictures before it gets dark, because it is turning dark real fast. All right guys, real quick, because we're losing lighting. So y'all can see here, I got double-sided tape all around here. I went ahead and took off the ends here, and we're using Richard's method, where we fold it out. That way we can place it, and then we can just go ahead and peel it. Now, mind you, I left a little gap in the bottom one in case moisture somehow finds its way in. It has a way out. Again, took off all the edge stuff here, and went ahead and folded this, because again, this is cut in 2 pieces. So, and we cleaned everything with rubbing alcohol. So we're gonna kind of try to set it in place on one side. Make sure that our double-sided tape is showing where we can actually pull it out of there. There we go, guys. We have this thing set. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down the bottom and just peel that all the way through. Let me get y'all a little closer. Again, shout out to Richard Hamilton. Haltom. No, not Hamilton. Haltom. Never seen this trick before until he came over and did it, and I was like, man, this is neat. I'm definitely gonna have to use this for future installs. And I just think it's super smart, because you can get the part stuck and you don't have to try to stick it in one go. If you fuck up, you know, just per se a corner of it, you know. So of course, can't forget about the top piece. Get that all the way out. Get that situated where it needs to go. And that, my friends, is not going anywhere. Super easy install. Now, keep in mind when I did get this, I test fitted it and I did shave down both of the sides just a little bit. I mean, you're talking about maybe a 1/16 of an inch, just to get it a little smoother on each end. Victor the owner will get a message about it. He's already aware of the idea, or of what happened, or what me and Richard both did. So, and again, his recommendation is to use his silicone that comes with these. I wasn't gonna do it just because I don't want to sand and use silicone on it. I'd rather use just double-sided tape. I'm gonna flip this off and show y'all. Man, I love this design. I feel like we almost need something up top. Just adds a little character to the back. Could use a little work on the side profile wise, but from the rear, looks good. Now we're gonna get rid of my rear wiper. Put my wiper delete back on. Just don't tell my wife. I don't think she'll notice it's gone. It'll look much better without it. All right, guys. Hope that video was helpful. Y'all now saw both versions installed. Richard's got the first version. I got the second version. We are going to link up at some point because he's literally 20 minutes from my house, and we're gonna get some pictures of both in action, side by side. So maybe help people get a feel for which one they want. Again, super love the look, but I do think it is time for somebody to do something about the top spoiler, because that mid spoiler is just super aggressive from the side angle, but still looks really great. It's a nice little addition. Many might not even catch it. Those that know. So again, guys, love y'all, appreciate y'all. Until the next one.